The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Shakur speaks on the pressure fighters have to stay undefeated. So we're going to listen to what Shakur Stevenson had to say about protecting your O and being undefeated in the sport of boxing, and then we'll discuss what he had to say. So this was Shakur on All the Smoke fight, with Andre Ward.
I want to win every time out. I try not to think about the O just because of the fact that I know boxing is messed up because of the O.
Right.
Like boxing is literally not the same, man. We got casual fans who really don't understand it. Soon as somebody lose, they ready to clown everybody. They don't respect the fighter that's getting in the ring to put their life on the line. And truthfully, I try not to think about it, but I know like my competitiveness, I want to stay undefeated forever. I do want to be in that great legendary status as like you, Floyd, Bud, whereas, y'all came out on top. That's what I want to be, but I'm not scared to risk. Scared money don't make no money with me. So if you believe in like your talents and who you is as a fighter and what you can do against anybody, against whoever you put in front of me, I don't think like I ain't got like nobody I wouldn't fight. There ain't nobody out there that I'll be like, oh, nah, I don't want to fight that guy because, that's a hard, nah.
Yeah, you really always been like that. Even early on in your career, you be calling out names. I'm like, chill, man. That's 2 years away, man. I know you want to fight him, but just wait. Let it simmer. It's a lot of fighters, bro. They do not want to challenge themselves. Your fan base feeling like you the guy is enough for people. Yeah. Nobody really interested in trying to prove it no more.
Yeah, but I get from their perspective too. Boxing to get rid of you as soon as you lose, depending on who you is. And I don't think boxing should be like that. I think that top fighters who fight top fighters, L gotta come on either part. So why get rid of this guy and cancel him out and not put him in no more big fights just because he lost?
That don't make sense. To face that backlash.
Yeah, it don't make sense though.
So that was from All of the Smoke. All the Smoke on Showtime with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Andre Ward has joined the team. You can catch this video along with a lot of other great videos with boxers where Andre Ward gets in depth with them. You can catch that on Showtime, All the Smoke, Andre Ward. So, Trill Dollar Bill, what was your reaction to what Shakur Stevenson had to say about protecting the O and, L's are going to come regardless? Just his whole overall statement.
Nah, I feel him. I understand. This is actually one of the times where Shakur is actually staying on the ball here, because sometimes, he jumps it off. But yeah, I agree. I've been saying that for a while as well. That's why I always give props to the UFC and stuff like that. And I was one thing that I mentioned about, I'm going to follow the Boston ball because that's going to come up later about Edgar Berlanga. I feel like, right now, like certain guys, and it hurts certain fighters. It hurts certain fighters with certain type of bravado or how they carry themselves. When they get an O, people don't want to see them again because of how they built themselves up or how arrogant or how they talked. And, but there's other fighters who fought their heart out and got O's, got L's, excuse me. And people still wanted to see them again, just because how they fought. I always bring up Paulie Malignaggi because I remember that night. People was like, who is this kid? But he went in there, with only 5 KOs and showed tremendous heart against Miguel Cotto. He went 12 rounds with a fractured cheekbone and didn't want to quit. That right there made Paulie a household name. People wanted to see Paulie. He became famous just because of the heart he showed. And like other fights, like Mickey Ward, Mickey Ward has never been a champion. Crazy, right? Never an official champion. But when people talk about great fight warriors, and he actually has a spot in the Hall of Fame off of a great fight and have plenty of L's, it's how you fight. Usually it's how you fight. People don't care if you undefeated and have, but it's who you fight and how you fought. If you show heart, they don't care. That's why Chavez Jr. got the slack he got. He was once champion, but after you became champion fighting Andy Lee, right? It seemed like he didn't care about the sport as like that. So when you was losing, people was like down on him because you wasn't showing that you cared. And this sport of boxing, you got people that got L's on top of L's, but people want to see them, like Gabe Rosado. He's one of them. He got L's, but the way he fight and how he fights with his heart and his passion, people still call him Gabe Rosado got like 21 L's. You know what I'm saying? 15 L's, you know what I'm saying? But he showed heart. It was other guys too. Even it doesn't even mean like when I said about how you carry yourself, you can even be the villain. But if you carry yourself and you come out there and fight hard, they gonna want to see you. Ricardo Mayorga, you know what I'm saying? Is another person with a lot of L's. Took a lot of lost to all the champions, but people still wanted to see him because they know he was coming out. He was going to show heart and everything else. There's a lot of other Manuel Gustis, a lot of other fighters too. You know what I'm saying? From in the past, L's they shouldn't basically what's the word I should use? They shouldn't stop a fighter's momentum. If anything, it should actually help them, depending on how they fought in the ring. Some people can get some O's, but they learn from them O's to be able to become good fighters. You got fighters who learn on the job. Little Shane learned on the job. You know what I'm saying? Learned on the job. He got a couple losses, and what did he end up doing? Staying in the game and end up getting a quality win against a former 2-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? And Danny Jacobs. It happens. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. So, I agree with Shakur Stevenson. That whole thing sucks with the old thing. Once you get an O, you gotta go. I don't believe in that. You know what I'm saying? We know we got fighters. All my fighters, you know what I'm saying, got a lot of O's. The ones that I love. They got a lot. L's. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Like Fernando Vargas is one of my favorite fighters. He got some O's. You know what I'm saying? Like this other guy, Sugar Ray Leonard, Thomas the Hitman Hearns. These guys have, but it's how you fight. That's what it comes down to. It's how you fight. You can get an L, but it's how you fought to get that L.
Yeah, we always say it's not the fact that you lose, it's how you lose. How you lose matters. And that's why
I could have just summed my whole thing up by what you just said right there, brother.
That's why you gave some great insight. But that's how Del Boy keeps packing them in.
Mm-hmm.
It's how you lose. You lose being competitive. You lose giving it your all. Do you go out on your shield? Now, of course, you don't want to keep going out on your shield because at that point, people are going to be like, all right, I don't want to see him no more because Buddy's going out. But no, I think there's this connection to having an O and someone being good. Having an O doesn't mean you're good. Having an O sometimes is just the result of you fighting easy competition or mediocre at best. And you can take a look at the record of some of these guys who have O's, and you'll see they fought guys who had like 23 losses, guys who had it's crazy. They fought guys who had 100 losses. I wish I was exaggerating. There's actually people out there with 100 L's, and they'll get these guys and build their resume. So all you see is 17-0, 20-0, but you don't really dive into their resume to see who they fought to get those numbers. But again, a loss shouldn't be an indicator of someone's greatness. Take someone like Vladimir Klitschko. We saw Vladimir Klitschko get knocked out early on in his career. They said he was chinny. He got with Emmanuel Stewart, and then Emmanuel Stewart was able to build him up and teach him a style, and he reigned for 10 years in the heavyweight division. Think of Lennox Lewis. Now, I talk to people about this. Again, I guess I have to say this as a caveat. I'm not trying to diss Lennox Lewis. I'm actually just stating facts, and I'm attributing this to his greatness. But Lennox Lewis took a little bit longer to develop than, say, Mike Tyson. In 1988, when Mike Tyson was undisputed, Lennox was fighting in the Olympics against Riddick Bowe. Mike Tyson was the youngest heavyweight champion at the age of 20. That wasn't Lennox. Lennox took time to develop. And over time, Lennox took L's. He took an L from Oliver McCall, and then he got with Emmanuel Stewart, and he got better, same way that Vladimir Klitschko did, and he was able to go on and become undisputed. Then he took a L to Asim Rahman, came back, avenged that loss. So Lennox Lewis is a great, but again, he moved at his own pace. His pace wasn't Mike Tyson's pace. And although Mike Tyson was undefeated, undisputed, all the accolades, baddest man on the planet, he ended up losing to Buster Douglas, and his career ended up having a downslide. So again, you can't really go off of just someone being undefeated. Oscar De La Hoya wasn't undefeated, but Oscar De La Hoya fought everyone and gave him a tough fight. So that's why you can respect Oscar. You go look at it. He lost to Shane, but he gave Shane hell. He lost to Floyd, but he put up a good fight against Floyd, right? Now, B-Hop stopped him, but he moved up like 2 weight classes, and he didn't look like Oscar. He looked a little soft. He looked like Victor Ortiz looked last night when he fought Bernard Hopkins, right? But he still took on a challenge. And then he did something crazy and said, I'm going to go all the way down now and challenge Manny Pacquiao. Just did crazy stuff like that. Manny Pacquiao, another one. Manny Pacquiao took losses, but that didn't hurt his career. In fact, Manny Pacquiao took losses in the midst of building this mega fight with Floyd, and it still ended up breaking records. He lost to Timothy Bradley, and he got sparked out by Juan Manuel Marquez. But again, the people still love Manny Pacquiao. So that's why they roll with Manny Pacquiao. So this is what boxing used to be. So people blaming Floyd like, oh, he ruined boxing. And no, that's not true, because you have a guy, Manny Pacquiao, who lost twice in the midst of them building a big fight, and people still paid to see it. It's not Floyd that's ruining boxing. It's these fighters who don't want to take the risk that's ruining boxing. And I'll just close by saying this. We play a major role in why fighters don't want to take the risk. Because as soon as they lose, we say they're trash. As soon as they get sparked out, we clown them. As soon as we say they're overrated, we do all this stuff. Even if they show tremendous heart, even if they show guts, even if they show grit. If you follow this channel, you know, if we see someone lose, regardless, even if I wanted to see Wilder get sparked out by Tyson Fury so bad, and I got to see it, and I got to see it twice. Actually, it was so nice I got to see it twice. Anyway, but the third fight, I had to come in here and give Deontay Wilder his flowers. He went out like a dog. He did everything you can't. I know he said he doesn't train, but you can't tell me he don't love boxing. The way he went out in that fight. You understand? So that's what I'm talking about. He lost. Deontay Wilder lost against Tyson Fury in that trilogy, in that third fight, but he won so many fans. I seen him with the Mexican fans all, hey, Deontay, they loved him because it was the way he went out. He's good forever now. He didn't win the big fights. He never beat the best. But that third fight against Tyson Fury, the way he went out in an L, people like, he's a true champion. Because only a true champion will go out that way. Look at Ivan Redkach when he was about to get sparked out. My man found a comfortable spot on the floor and fell and said, oh, I'm injured, I'm hurt, because he knew he was about to get knocked out. So again, it's not that you lose, it's how you lose. And like my brother Trill said, like I just said, there's a lot of great fighters with a lot of L's. I'll close this one. Bernard Hopkins lost his professional debut, went on to become a Hall of Famer. So again, a L doesn't define you, and it doesn't mean that you're not a quality fighter. But to the casuals, all they look for is he undefeated? That's why personally I was saying Devin shouldn't even want to have that O, because that is never going to erase that night. But you can give him back the O. It doesn't matter whether or not you have the O. It matters what's up here and in here. If that doesn't change, or if that's not good, then it doesn't matter.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. I'm the Commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. It's my brother, Kaden. You already know it's LLG for life. We the Boxing Bros.